John, good to see you. Have a seat over at the table. How are Janet and the little one?
All good, sir. Janet's doing fine, although the baby's like a vampire, sleeps all day and stays up all night, so we're working through that reverse battle rhythm right now.
John, I know you have seen the OER regarding your recent 6 months as a platoon leader. Did you have a chance to fill out that other form I gave you?
Sir, I did. It's not easy rating myself because it makes me look like I think I really am that good.
That's natural, but I'll tell you that I think highly of you. That's one of the reasons I moved you from platoon leader to Company XO. I see where you rate yourself with respect to the Army values, and I'll tell you that from what I've observed, you rate very high on all of them.
Thanks, sir, but if I'm doing that great and I'm the best PL in the battalion, then why did I get a comm? Captain Buckman said I was the best PL in the company.
Whoa, John. Don't confuse me telling you that I think highly of you with you being the best platoon leader in this battalion, because you're not. You are good and deserve to be Company XO, but when you start saying things like that, I have to question your judgment a bit. We all have things to work on, even me, and I don't want you walking around grading yourself against your peers.
Sir, where do you think I rank in the battalion?
John, I normally don't do this because virtually no one asks that question that directly, but since you did, out of the 4 second lieutenants that were your peer group for this report, I'd rate you number 2. If I had to rate you today against the battalion's other 11 first lieutenants, I'd say you rank 5th.
So you do think I'm average, don't you?
John, if you are going to be in the Army for any length of time, I can also guarantee you that no one goes through life with straight top blocks. You are looking at it the wrong way. Let me explain. There are only 4 second lieutenants, and you are number 2. That is good, not bad. And quite frankly, all 4 of you are good. Regarding my ranking of you against the other first lieutenants, you are a brand new first lieutenant with almost no experiences in increased responsibilities up to this point. Some of those first lieutenants are almost captains and have proven themselves already in jobs that you have not had yet. Remember what I told all of you during my rating OPD. I look at giving ACOMs to first lieutenants who I believe could be company commanders right now. That is a pretty high bar, but one I am comfortable in using as my standard. I really need you to understand that a block check is not a complete testament to what you bring to the table. If I thought you were just average, your commander and I would not be putting you into the Company XO position. Are you getting this? Because it's important that you do.
I've got it, sir.
I do want to touch on duty, though. There are no issues with your duty and commitment as a platoon leader and an officer, but I want to make sure that you understand that you have an equally important duty as a husband and now as a father. Whether you stay in for 5 more years or 20 more years, you cannot afford to shirk your duty with your family because they will be yours for life. You can have balance in the Army, but you have to start practicing it now, or it can get away from you, and you won't even realize it.
I understand, sir, and thanks. Since the baby was born, I actually feel like I've been more focused at work because I know I have responsibilities at the house, so I don't want any of my time at the unit to be wasted anymore.
Well, that's good. Keep at it. Regarding time management, sometimes the Army wins and you have to make sure that the family wins once in a while too, when the opportunities are there. I also see where you rated yourself on the leader attributes and competencies, and I wanted to talk about 2 competencies that are related. I think you do a great job at getting results, but I want to caution you. How you got them as a platoon leader might not always work as Company XO. As a platoon leader, you were direct and aggressive and sometimes made things happen simply by your own personal will and determination. As a Company XO, I'm going to expect you to develop others a little better than what I've seen so far. You are the company's second in command, but I expect you to also be a coach and mentor to the other platoon leaders. Your experience and relationship with your company commander puts you in a position to help them grow and succeed, and I want you to share your knowledge and expertise with them. Understand?
Yes, sir, I will. They're a good bunch of guys, and I will help them.
Good. Now, I asked you to think about 2 questions I asked. What did you come up with?
Your first question was, what do I appreciate about you? And I'd have to say that I and the other lieutenants appreciate that you listen to us and don't just tell us what to do. We can make a mistake and know that you won't walk away thinking that we're all screwed up. Instead, you make a couple of comments on how we might improve and let us know that you trust us to fix it. Your second question was, what can you do to help me in my unit? And I think that the only thing that would help is more time in personal contact with you. I know you're busy, but it helps me and the other lieutenants when we just get to talk with you, and not just at a hail and farewell.
Really good feedback, John. Thanks for the honesty. You're definitely right about the second part. Sometimes I get too wrapped up in answering emails from Brigade when I should be out with you guys. I do have to fix that. Good observation. Thanks. I think what I appreciate most about you, John, is your dedication. I've yet to see you do anything half-assed. You always meet or exceed the standard and do it in a way that takes care of your soldiers and resources and defers the success to them. It does not go unnoticed, so thank you for that. Where I think you can improve, and you'll have to as an XO, is learning to influence others beyond the chain of command. As an XO, you will have to focus inward on the company, but also externally. You'll be working directly with battalion staff, and virtually every officer up here outranks you. You just cannot force them to give you what you want or think you need. Give some thought as to how you can win them over without being sneaky or insincere about it.
Sir, roger that. I've only been in this job a week, and I can already tell that the way I dealt with my platoon members and fellow platoon leaders is not the way I'm going to be able to do with the S3, or even his assistant. I'll give it some more thought.
Let's talk about the block check for a second.
Sir, thanks so much for that, and the words you wrote, and I do understand the block check.
John, you are welcome. Like I said, you have a bright future in this battalion and the Army. Good things happen to good people, so keep working at it. People know who the good leaders are, and we are here to make you even better. You have the potential to be a great company commander in the future and be a super leader in the Army.
Sir, I understand all of that, and I just hope I do a good job as the XO. I do want to stay in the Army, and at least command a company.
Well, good. The Army needs leaders like you to stay in and serve. The Army's pretty good at sneaking up on you, too. You turn around one day and you've already been in for 17 years and couldn't imagine getting out. Have a great day, John. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, sir, and tropic lightning.
Tropic lightning, John. Now get back to work.